For decades, leadership has revolved around things like title, authority, responsibility, but the new reality in education especially is that leadership now is really about influence. You know, I could show me the organization chart of an entire school district, and then I'll show you who's really influencing what's happening, and it often doesn't look like the organization chart.
If we can all work together to like cause a change, especially for DSA, like especially spreading the message that we can all belong in a school, I think that that'd really help, like especially transitioning into adulthood, because we all have different point of views when we're out of the influence of our parents in high school, and so it's really good to have the better mindset that everyone is different and we should appreciate that.
So elevate the kids, and so all our work is focused on the students of our districts and how they can really achieve, you know, whatever goal they want. And I kind of steal from one of the guys who was one of our exhibitors here. He kind of said, you know, back in the day they used to say you had, you know, which ship were you going to go on, the Navy ship, the trade ship, or the college ship. And really any of those is an option, so whatever we can do to get the kids to do, you know, any of the students to get where they want to be, I think that should be our goal. So make sure that they do it to the best and give them every tool that they need.
Well, that's just it. They learn from each other. You know, obviously WASB brings in a lot of speakers and people challenging their thinking. I think that's really important, but it's also equally important that they interact with each other, they learn from each other.
Having peers around you who help elevate your game and take you to the next level because they're doing really good practices. So how do you bring that, how do you take what they're sharing with you and transfer that into your own community? Because again, there's about 421 districts across the state of Wisconsin who are all doing good work. And this is an opportunity for us to kind of learn from one another through that process.
And before you slam the door on no, consider how that could be implemented. I think we got a lot of different generations throughout these boards, and there's a tendency to, oh, this is the way things have always been done, but that isn't the way they should be going forward. We have a lot of new tools and a lot of new ways that we can implement them. So take your ideas of what's already been done, but be open to using technology in particular as a way to push things forward.
You know, collaboration, innovation, those are words we oftentimes hear, and they're great buzzwords and they're exciting and people love the idea of innovation until they realize it means change. And at the end of the day, human nature doesn't like change, but I think that that's where the growth happens. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. And it's hard to go through that discomfort alone. The idea that life is better when we band together, that's the value of collaboration.
We have choice in life, and bad things won't go away, but you have a choice of how you think. It's hard, but it's a good thing. And then also to let people know that what we're doing right now, most people don't get this chance to do it. I mean, to be part of people's lives, to be educators, to set up this course, to come down here. I can tell you, your teacher loves it, you know? These are things that you don't get to do ever for everybody else. And I think just to have people, just for a minute or two, lighten up a little bit, understand that we're all in this together, and that, you know, I do have choices of how I can think.
When you're through learning, you are through. Period. You know, I love the saying, the green grow, the ripe rot.
It's super exciting being involved in school projects just because of the impact you know it's going to have on the community and the people. And it's an exciting venture, really exciting venture.
There's so much that are put on our leaders right now that if we don't give them these spaces to collaborate, to educate, to elevate, then before we know it, the whole system disintegrates. So for our educators out there, our leaders out there, I encourage you to keep on going. And I thank this organization for the opportunity to bring and partner together in such a way where it makes our next steps our best steps.